Are you in your 20s and you're feeling lost? You're feeling behind. You feel like you don't know what to do. You don't know your purpose. Maybe you're seeing other people graduate and go get jobs that they love, or you're seeing people get married, find their spouse. You see people happy, posting pictures. Maybe they're vacationing and doing things, and they seem like they have it all figured out. They seem like it. And then you're sitting there and you're like, I have no idea what to do, or I thought this was the right path and now I want to go a different path and I'm confused and I don't know what to do. Maybe you have to go live at home. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you just broke up with someone. Anything. I want to share some tips. I'm in my 30s now and I am thriving and enjoying my life, and I've been through my 20s and I'm just one perspective, but I want to share some tips that can hopefully help you and guide you and help you feel a little bit better about your situation and what you're going through. So the first thing I want to tell you is that it's actually normal. It's normal to be experiencing this doubt, this desire, this wanting to have it figured out, this wanting to do well. And that's a sign of an intelligent and capable person and someone who is going to figure it out, even if you haven't quite figured it out yet. So take heart, because people who actually care or who want to do better or who want to thrive are the ones who will be successful. And it's because you have these high standards. It's because you have this vision for your life. It's because you want to feel a certain way. So you're not going to settle for just lollygagging around or not having to figure it out or feeling the way you're feeling right now. And that is where all good things start. So take heart in that. Now, maybe you're worrying about your job. Maybe you graduated from college, or maybe you didn't and you're not sure what to do. Really think about, what do you want in your life? Now, things might change. That's okay. But the importance is to go ahead and pick something that you can work towards, something that you can either learn about yourself with. Like I did a job, I was in software engineering before I went into teaching and YouTubing and things like that. But I learned a lot about myself and I figured out what I didn't want. So even if you choose a path, it's okay. You can figure out what you don't want. Like sometimes, like I was trying to figure out the perfect thing. Sometimes you just have to do something and then it will lead you to another course, right? And so try a different job. If you have a degree and you can do multiple different things, or maybe you got a dental degree and you're going to try one office or one location, maybe that's going to be the right fit for you, but maybe it's not. Okay. And that's okay. Just, you're going to have to eventually make a decision and then take action on that decision. And then you will know by taking that action. Before doing that though, run a cost benefit analysis, like a pro and con list. So figuring out, what would you want your ideal life to be? What do you want your ideal day to be? Where do you want to live? Do you have the option of figuring out where do you want to live? Maybe you have to live at home right now, or you are getting financial support. Maybe that's a smart idea. That's how I paid out of pocket for my master's degree, because I was working full time, but then I was also living at home, and then I had roommates and things like that. It helped. And so knowing, how much money do I need eventually? Will this job help me with that? What is the day-to-day like? Will I like that job? And now this could cause you to get into more of a spiral, but just ask it critically. You don't have to know all the answers, but asking yourself these questions can be helpful. Like, oh gosh, wait, I have to be working from 4 a.m. to commute, and then I don't get home till 6 and I'm sitting all day. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Or, hey, that actually sounds okay. I really like my job. It's cool. So running through the potential scenarios before you get to them can really be helpful as well. The interesting thing is too, that sometimes your path, when you make a choice, you do all the thoughts and decisions and pros and cons, and then you make your choice. You might like it. You might like things about it and then not like things about it. You might not totally like it at all. That's going to help you make your next step. And I know it'd be easier if we just I went here to college, then I went here, and then boom. That's what we did in elementary school, and then you go to middle school, then you go to high school. It's a path that is clearly planned out. And that, I think, is part of the tricky part when you get older, is it can be anything. You get to decide. And part of having any option in the world is hard and is kind of crippling and can be like, oh my gosh, this is a huge decision. And just being grateful that we actually get a decision, even if it's hard, a lot of people don't get a choice. And so it doesn't take away any of your pain, but knowing, hey, this is cool. Like I get a choice, and not putting so much weight on the choice that this has to be the perfect choice or the right choice, or I have to figure it out by 22, 23, 24. I'm going to figure it out as I go. If I'm open, if I'm willing to try, if I'm willing to fail or go along different paths, because ultimately too, you might find an even better situation by going on the path. And use support during this time. I don't know if you're spiritual, if you have a faith or relationship with God, or your friends, your family, like pray about it. Ask friends and family about it. Think alone to yourself about it. Find mentors, find people to talk to, and kind of work through it a little bit. At the end of the day, though, you're the only one who's going to have to live your life. So really look at you and what do you want. The more you can get to know yourself, and part of the 20s is understanding yourself and getting to know yourself. And so that is part of the tricky part as well, is that you're trying to figure out who you are and what you want. And so I encourage you to do that instead of like figuring out all the job stuff too. Who are you? Do the healing work on you. Get to know yourself better. Take better care of yourself. Figure out all those systems and your nutrition and, you know, these basic things about you. And that is going to help you thrive. The more you do work on you, the more you do that work, you're going to have better outcomes. When you do the personal development, your outcomes in life become better. And so instead of stressing about, oh, this job, how can you make yourself better? How can you thrive and do that personal work? Because that is where I saw the biggest growth in my own life. There's also an exercise you can do called Ikigai. It's a Japanese term and phrase that means reason for living. So if you're trying to figure out your purpose and that really, really matters to you, you can go Ikigai. It's what are you good at? What do you love to do? What does the world need, and what can you get paid for? And if you can find a job that is the intersection of those four things, you're going to be fulfilled and happy. And I would also call you to look at Naval Ravikant's work on specific knowledge, the things that you were drawn to as a child, the things you're still curious about, the things you're passionate about. Sometimes just following what you think you have to do leaves people feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So I get it. And then maybe once you do that, you can evolve along the way and create a new path. Like I became a teacher, but then I realized I love creating content and teaching in this way and being creative and writing and expressing myself this way. And so that wouldn't have been discovered if I didn't take the path and explore these things and go through Ikigai, etc. Relationship wise, you are so young. And so we change a lot. I did get married when I was younger and maybe 25 years old. And so at the time, I didn't think that was that young, but now I'm realizing, okay, that was fairly young. And it was complete choice decision. Been with my husband for a few years, just met him early and young. And that was great for me. But you have so much time. And so we grew together and he helped me to achieve my goals and do the work on myself and all of those things. And we got better. Like life has been better being with my husband, but take care of you. Like, don't worry about that. I know that is a big part of life, and put yourself out there. Don't be behind just the screens. Go put yourself out there. Go find the people. That is how it happened for me, is going out a ton, not like partying and things like that, but putting yourself out there. And if you're in college, that's a unique experience to be around like 25,000 people that are your age. And so I definitely took advantage of that, just getting to know people and being around people, right? And so, but if you don't find the one, or if you're going through a breakup or something hard, there's so many people out there. There's so many people out there, I promise you. And there is the right person there for you. And if you keep doing the work on yourself, if you keep working on your life, you're even going to attract an even better person, because it's not, that person looking for that person. It's you become the person that you want to be, and you're going to attract a better person, and you're going to have more to offer. And so take heart in that too, and know you have plenty of time, and it's not worth it just to make the decision and then you're done and then you live the rest of your life. If you find that, great. Like, that's been great for me. But if not, I know so many people who didn't think they were going to find the right one, who struggled and who were like so up in arms about it and upset, and they found the perfect person and it just didn't happen on the timeline they wanted. And so with anything, I think we think there's a certain timeline and there's not a specific timeline, and that's okay. It's not fun. I think that's the hard part. That's why we have to have faith and belief. We have to take action and trust it's all going to work out. But we have to do the work. And so you're doing the work. You're doing the work, and give yourself some grace. Have fun along the way. Even Gary Vee or people say, like, when you're 30, in your 30s, your 40s, you're still figuring it out and you're still building. It doesn't mean your 20s and you're done. Like, what type of life would that be if you're just like, I'm 20, 22, now it's all figured out and then I live the same life? If you like that, cool. But like, why do you want that? Go experience, go explore. Even me trying to build this YouTube channel. And I'm like, gosh, I haven't gotten good enough yet. Gosh, I haven't reached enough people yet. Gosh, I feel like I'm meant to do this, but I don't know. I'm 31, just turned 31. Okay, I still have a whole life ahead. Like, we have plenty of time. Stop giving yourself such a hard time. And I know it's easy to say these things in hindsight. And part of the giving yourself a hard time can actually spring you up if you use that. If you go, you know what, like I want this. Use that to help you get to a better situation, to help you take more action, to make changes. Feelings are signals. So if you're having any of these feelings, it's a signal that you either want something, that you don't want something, that you need to change something. And so use that. Use that. You got this. Lastly, I will say, you have so much potential. You can create whatever life you want. That's what I talk about on this YouTube channel, and mastering your money, your habits, your mindset, your emotions along the way, and building a life you love and reaching your potential. But I think those people who want to do well, who want to thrive, who want to have high expectations and reach their potential, we can put so much pressure on ourselves when really you're probably already doing so many good things, or even I was a software engineer. That was already a great thing that a lot of people do and they enjoy their life, or as a teacher. But I just felt called for more, or I felt called to do more and to be more. Even at the gym, I'm exercising all the time, but I know that I can tweak my nutrition. I know that I can keep fixing that pain that I have. I can get stronger and get healthier and fitter and all those things. And so we can always make adjustments. And part of that isn't a burden, it's a gift. And so seeing that self-development as a gift and that process of going through your life and figuring out what works for you and figuring out what your purpose is. And really, it doesn't have to be this huge thing. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. Just existing, just being kind, just working and doing the work and being on the journey. That is the purpose of becoming and finding who you are and loving yourself and loving others and supporting others and being a good person in this world, a healthy person in this world. And if you're not right now, you can change. You can change. Go back to your fundamentals, take care of yourself, find those healthy habits to support you, and then design the life. Take that action and adjust as needed along the way. And actually, by taking those steps, you're going to be redirected and guided to where you need to be. And it's all going to work out for you. I know it will. If you want more support or encouragement along the way, feel free to follow the channel. You got this, cheering for you. I'll leave some videos here if you're interested. And let me know in the comments if you need help or have any questions. Cheering for you. I know that life will get even better for you. But how can you make it better now? You got this. Bye, guys.